A wonderful day to you. This is Anton Benning, and today I would like to have a chat about something called the terror barrier. Have you ever realized that so many people get inspired about a goal, something big that they'd like to achieve, and in the end it fizzles? It never happens. How is that? Why does that happen? Bob Proctor identified something that he used to call the terror barrier. That is the barrier that holds us back from where we are to where we actually want to be. And he identified 4 stages of growth that we move through achieving a goal. And between the third and the fourth stage of this growth, we have the choice to either break right through this terror barrier or to bounce back into the first stage, which he liked to call bondage. And how does this actually work? Well, there's the 4 different stages. And first, we are in the stage that I just mentioned, the state of bondage, where we're stuck in our old type of thinking. We've been conditioned to think the thoughts that we think. And the thoughts that we think are the reasons that we remain stuck in our current way of being. So, say for example, our old kind of thinking is X-type thinking. This X-type thinking causes us to feel X-type feelings. And we are emotionally involved with these X-type thoughts. When we're emotionally involved with these X-type thoughts, these feelings, this conditioning expresses through our body. So these X-type behaviors are expressed through our body, which create X-type results. And so from X-type thoughts to X-type feelings to X-type actions, X-type results, we see more of the X-type results, we think more of the X-type thoughts, we feel more of the X-type feelings, we're involved with more of the X-type actions, and we remain stuck in the X-type results. And this is an ever-going, ongoing cycle of being stuck in our current circumstances. Then the next stage where we move into is, for example, we get a new idea from the outside, or we originate a new idea through the power of our reasoning factor. We think of something new, we think something that we've never thought before. Say, for example, I want to drive that Porsche, or I want to make that $1 million, or I want that six-pack, I want that beautiful, most romantic relationship that I've ever dreamt of possible. You get this new kind of idea, and let's call this new kind of idea a Y-type idea. So now you've got a new idea. You've got a Y-type idea. You're thinking Y-type thoughts, but you're not emotionally involved with the Y-type thoughts yet. You're still involved with the X-type feeling, the X-type conditioning. And this X-type conditioning, even though you got other thinking, creates the X-type behavior and the X-type results. Behavior, results. Actions, results. Action, reaction. So it makes sense. You remain stuck in the old results, even though you got a new idea already. This is the state we'd like to call reason. You start to reason with a new idea, something that you'd really love to have, someone that you'd really love to become. But you are not emotionally involved with it yet, so it is not going to change your conditioning, your behavior, your actions, and your results. The next stage, which we reach when we stay intellectually, when we stay consciously involved with the new Y-type idea and we keep impressing it upon our thinking, eventually these thoughts we become emotionally involved with. We become emotionally involved with the new Y-type thinking. And we reach a state of internal conflict. And this is because we're also still involved with the old type conditioning, the old way of feeling, the old way of being, the old behavior and the old actions. But this new Y-type idea is impressed so often upon your subconscious mind that it becomes part of you as well. And what happens? You've got within you internally a feeling or a conditioning of the Y-type idea and a feeling and a conditioning of the X-type idea. So the Y-type idea wants to pull you forward, move you forward to your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. And the X-type conditioning pulls you back, is used, is comfortable in your old way of being. So you've got this internal conflict where you're basically by one part of you is trying to pull you forward and the other part of you is trying to pull you backward. So you got that internal conflict. And this is where Bob Proctor always said, you reach the terror barrier. You hit right smack into the terror barrier. And there's two things that could happen now. You either feel the fear and you break through the terror barrier. You feel the fear of doing something that you've never done before, but you do it anyway. And you break right smack through that terror barrier. Or you feel the fear and you step back into bondage. You remain stuck. You accept the same results you've always had, and you remain there. And it was Abraham Maslow who said, you either will step forward into growth or you will step back into safety. What do you want? Do you want to step forward into growth, or do you want to remain stuck? Or do you want to step back in safety where you remain stuck in your old results? The results, the things that you'll always have had, will remain the things that you'll always have. Unless and until you learn to feel the fear, but move forward anyway. Do it anyway. Pick up the call. Dial that number. Stand up and speak in front of that group of people. What is the fear that you feel that you know you've got to break through? And once you break through that terror barrier, you move into a state called freedom. The fear, you'll still feel it, but you know it is part of growth. And you accept it as part of the growth, and you accept it as part of the being where you got to move through if you want to experience that state of freedom. And then you are become involved mentally with the Y-type idea, emotionally with the Y-type idea. You've got the Y-type conditioning, and because of the Y-type conditioning, you become involved with the Y-type behavior and the Y-type actions, which create the Y-type results. But now this new state that you have grown into, has become the old. So you'll have to create another big inspiring goal that you move towards now. And that is the 4 stages of growth. That you move from bondage to reason, where you get an outside idea or you originate a new idea, to conflict, where you're battling between the old and the new, to either stepping back into bondage or breaking through the terror barrier, breaking through your fear, doing it anyway, moving into a state we like to call freedom. This is what I'd like to share with you today. If a person advances confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to live the life they've imagined, They can live a life and achieve success unexpected in common hours. Those were the words of Henry David Thoreau, and those are the words that I'll leave you with today. Don't forget, have a wonderful day and live with love and live with passion. Namaste.